This is One More Game, a video game book club where we play at your own pace and my pace. Maybe even Josh's pace. It depends whose paces are we on. But we break down big and small games into digestible chunks so you can stay caught up and be a part of the conversation every Monday night here at twitch.tv/JK Games Podcast. Yeah, I think I nailed that one. Tonight we're diving into part 3 of our Resident Evil Requiem playthrough, covering everything through the end of Leon's Raccoon City Sexy Time Adventure. That's what I'm calling it. Why am I calling it Sexy Time Adventure? You'll have to find out. I don't know. But next week is the finale. We will be breaking down the rest of the game. You'll notice tonight that Kayla's not here, but don't worry, we're not talking about any in-game things tonight until Kayla's back from her vacation. It's just me and Josh here. Say hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh. I'm here. We're gonna do what we want tonight. So we're gonna talk about a few other things too, just for fun, you know.
And we got a few extra surprises in store for you all because I've been just frothing. Is that the right way? Frothing?
I think so. Yeah, that's what they say.
At the mouth to talk about some other games. Obviously, there's a lot of games out right now, so it's a little hard to stay caught up. And I feel like I say that every podcast. So why am I saying it again? Well, there's just a lot of really good games out right now. But yeah, don't worry. Next week, finale, we're dwelling the rest of Resident Evil 9 and talking about literally, I can't wait for next week because I want to talk about the scariest moment I've ever experienced in a video game.
Wow.
I think it might be number 1.
You know, you said
you
teased it and you said we would know. I got to think back.
I don't think you've gotten to it. Oh, no, you beat it.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I got to think about it.
Okay. It was creepy to me.
There's a lot. I mean, this whole game was to me.
I can't wait for Kayla to experience this moment because I think it's also going to freak her out. But yeah, before we dive into housekeeping real quick, I guess the surprises, we're going to take a quick detour on this episode. Now that, you know, Mama's out of the car. Mama's went in. Kayla's mama, she went inside and she's getting some snacks for us, which is like a week-long snack tour. So I don't know when we had at least this hour to do what we want to do tonight. And that is literally talk about Marathon, Pokopia, and Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, we're cramming it in.
All in 1 hour-ish.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm eager to see if we can do it.
I think so.
I think we can. But yeah, so I'm going to hit housekeeping. We're going to dive into just like impressions, what we've been playing in each of the games. Yeah. And literally, you know, I'm a little addicted to one of them at the moment. It's probably easy to guess. So once again, just frothing at the mouth to talk about them. So I'm so glad Josh was like on board to do so.
Yeah.
Are you still on board to do so?
Yeah. These are like you said, this has been rough with all these games coming out at the same time because I've really been wanting to. Oh no, she's here. Oh,
we've been caught.
Stop talking about her.
She came back to the car quickly. She got our yoo-hoos.
Yeah, the yoo-hoos. And what's my road trip snack? Corn nuts. You know those?
I love corn nuts, Josh.
I only eat those on a road trip. I think we talked about this before, but what's your road trip snack
Josh,
of choice?
There's not a lot of people that do the corn nuts, man. So like,
I only eat those at a gas station road trip when I'm at least a couple hundred miles from home.
Yes. They stink so bad.
Coleman says, "What are corn nuts?" It's
Missing
like
out, my
they're
man.
really crunchy, really salty. It's like crunchy corn. I don't know how to explain it. Google
it is truly like crunchy corn.
It's kind of burnt tasting too, but I like that.
I like burnt stuff though. Yeah, man, that's why we like it.
Yeah. What's your road trip food? I know we're trying to keep this short, but I want to hear it anyway.
Put them in chat. If I see any boiled peanuts, yes. Real quick housekeeping. I did this in preparation early because last time when Kayla was absent, I forgot to do this completely, but I have leveled up in terms of preparation. And I don't know why I wanted to say preparation H just now. Just wanted to say
you said
it.
Preparation.
Okay, there we go. I guess that's why.
Yeah.
So housekeeping, little drum roll. We need a drum roll sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could have some sound effects. You're right. We can upgrade to have a little sound
like
effects.
A build up.
A laugh track.
We need some tracks, maybe some theme songs for different moments.
Maybe a little get video game sounds. Well, we can work on this.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Anyways, drum roll. We have picked our next video game that we are playing here on One More Game.
Oh, yeah. I knew I forgot something. Oh, wait.
Oh, it's okay.
No, I downloaded
it. You mean leave
no,
that
I'm
for
gonna
the
add
end?
it right now. Keep talking.
Okay.
Just hype it up.
Okay, listen. There's a lot of games to play right now. I mentioned this earlier, and it was really tough to pick what we wanted to play next. But we had to do what's right by our community, because you are expecting this game. If we don't play this each week with each of you every Monday night, you would be probably storming out with your pitchforks and your, I don't know, garlic. We're not vampires, or I don't know. You'll be coming to kill us, I guess. Coming to our doors and being like, Jerica, Kayla, Josh, why are you not playing Life is Strange Reunion? Is it time, Josh? I tried to delay it as long as I... Oh, I gotta keep talking? I've already said it.
It's okay. The audio listeners don't know either way.
Okay. There's the reveal. Yes, Life is Strange Reunion.
She made a great reveal.
I did.
And
he'll play it here in a second.
We're going to play it here.
In just a few moments. It's coming right around the corner. Coal mines. I'm in the same boat. Literally, I knew.
Hey,
that
there
is
it is.
What we were going to play next.
Hey, look. Hey.
I even had a little Polaroid graphic in there, so you like, please play with us.
Wow.
Life is Strange Reunion. The end of the Chloe and Max saga. We want y'all to be there with us, so we will be kicking that off on March 30th. So yeah, come play with us, catch up. We're at least going to talk through the first 1 to 5 hours, first impressions will be on March 30th. We're
assuming how long it's going to be, but yeah, it's probably about the same.
Yeah. But also this week, Wednesday, Patrick, I hear, is streaming more Resident Evil 9, and he might beat it. So I've heard. He might be the last...
I could just assumed he did already because he flies through games. It's crazy.
Pokopia is ruining everyone's priorities right now. So, and then on Thursday, we've got Drop In, Drop Out, of course. And just to be honest, it's a little up in the air right now with what we're talking about. But no, we have a lot of ideas. Just know there's definitely probably more talks about Pokopia in terms of maybe more spoiler-filled conversations. And Crimson Desert, also right around the corner. Something of that sort at some point this week will be talked about, I'm sure, on Drop In, Drop Out. Maybe you get a little extra show in there. Maybe something shows up on Spotlight Games tomorrow. Who knows? But you know what? So keep an eye on the Discord, because eventually things will happen there, or just show up with zero context and enjoy the chaos of what are they talking about now. So yeah, that's it. That's housekeeping. Nice. I hope I nailed it. Did I forget anything?
I think so. We got a little sidetracked, but it wasn't too bad. I think it was good.
I ain't no Kayla. I ain't no mama. So this is what we get. Anywho. But yeah, we've been playing a few other things this week, Josh.
Yes.
And last week before. So the first one I want to kick it off with and hear from you is we're going to talk a little bit about Marathon. I was lucky enough to talk about it on Gamescast. I almost said JK Games. Kind of funny Gamescast last week, which was really fun. And funny enough, since that moment, I've played a few more matches, but literally Pokopia has sucked all the life and time out of me. But I am curious, Josh, because I'm still sort of pondering, what will Marathon be to players and Bungie? What will it mean for them? Because I don't think Marathon's really struggling because of the gameplay. I don't think it's struggling because of how it feels. And Destiny players alike will all say it feels awesome. I love the gunplay. It's like a steel roller coaster versus a wooden one. That's how I describe Bungie's gameplay. It's really nice. But the real question is going to be are the people that are playing, is it Bungie's audience that this game's for? Because I don't know if Bungie fans really want, and I'm speaking a little bit for myself, but all my other Destiny people, do we really want an extraction shooter? I don't know.
I got a hot take.
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
To me, this game is not an extraction shooter. I was going to make a little video on this. Because listen, I played a lot of them. I played The Division, which is actually the mode in that kind of started extraction shooters to an extent. Tarkov, I played a little bit, not that much. The Cycle Frontier, that one was my favorite. The Cycle, it's no longer in service. It was great.
Cyclist Frontier.
The Cycle Frontier is
Never heard
really
of
good. It's good, but you can't play anymore. Sorry. I played Arc Raiders a little bit. Not that much, just a little.
I've played a lot of Arc Raiders since our last discussion and since our playthrough. So
here's the thing for me. Marathon, it has extraction. Obviously, I mean, it has the format of an extraction shooter. But to me, at least personally, the loop feels different. I don't feel motivated to save up gear or like try to just gear hunt and like save up gear. I feel motivated by the faction quest and the storyline. So to me, this is like a action shooter with extraction elements. This is a roguelike. This is a roguelike action shooter with extraction elements. Because what are you doing? Each run, you die and you lose some of your stuff, but you're progressing these other layers. And so I don't know, the loop, like in Arc Raiders, it feels like my goals are different than what they are in this. And so I'm really enjoying it personally. I honestly don't even know where all the backlash comes from. Now, no one can say like what the actual, you see on all the comments, everyone kind of trashes on it, but I haven't even seen like what the problem actually is. I think it's really fun, whether you're solo or obviously everything's better playing like with people you know. But I've been having a great time. The storyline is really good. How they're telling it, how they're this classic Bungie style, like almost like an ARG where they're having these clues to unlock different things in the game. And this started like day 1, day 2. They're already starting these mysteries. I love the world they've built. And self-plug, because I have a marathon video that's at like 40,000 views or something on TikTok. And
why don't you brag about it?
Yeah,
just brag. Just brag.
It's just I actually was self-conscious about it because it's kind of long and like I yap a lot like I just did for the last 2 minutes. And it's just my experience with Bungie and Marathon, like growing up with it, because I played the original Marathon was my first person shooter, the first shooter game that I played. So I just love how, the gameplay is different, but it's telling that same story. It's continuing it. And I just love being back in the world. And it's really satisfying to go on these runs and progress your factions, unlock new codex things. It's kind of some of the stuff that people complain about in Destiny, where like a lot of the stories in the little cards. I guess it's kind of like that, but I like it.
It's the only way to really tell a story at all with the time they have to develop and add to it. Like I'm sure there's no telling like how much like Bungie has planned for like lore drops with this, and especially with like upcoming seasons or whatever they decide to do in the future. But that is, I will say, like as a Destiny player, and I said this on Gamescast, like if you are a Destiny player, like for real, like if you've played a lot of Destiny and you are used to seeing the evolution of Destiny, obviously we're there for a lot of the same reasons, and it's always been Bungie's really good about listening to players, believe it or not, and like making quick adjustments. So overall, like if anyone's going to make this game successful, it is going to be them. Out of all these other live service games that Sony has been trying to make land somewhere, I think this one's got the best chance of survival just because Bungie is managing it. I think my concern lies with, and where I was originally going with this, as a Destiny player, I'm used to getting into a really nitty-gritty interface, a nitty-gritty vague story. And I'm like you, like I love this world they've built. This game still feels like totally unique. It doesn't look like another one of these, I don't know, like looter shooter sort of, like I hate that I'm just like referencing, and they're two totally different games, but High Guard, I just saw that and it just, nothing really about it like stood out too largely. Like the fact that you could ride animals around looked cool. But that's like the only thing I remember from that trailer. But it's just this game from a aesthetic standpoint, definitely has its own look and feel. And you know when you're seeing a marathon clip or a marathon logo or anything like that, like I love the appeal and like the aesthetic they've went with this. It's so cool, but sometimes it's almost like too cool for its own good in some ways. Like I have a hard time, like for me, like seeing certain things, and this goes back to Destiny. Like you can ask my Destiny friends, like I have a hard time like knowing where to go sometimes in menus. And then when I'm playing, my whoever I'm playing with, I lose them in the sauce because of the amount of things on my screen. And especially when you go inside of a building, you're trying to pick up all these different items that you need to upgrade, whatever. Or if you're on a quest and you need to pick up these things,
item or something.
Yeah, and then like just trying to keep tabs on where Audrey is when we're playing, it's tough. Like, and I think I want just a few more like accessibility features just for like the UI. Like if I could see, like if I could change Audrey's color to always be
that's
pink.
fair. Yeah.
Or
I
like,
can see that.
I know it's like a minimal thing, but that's causing me to get shot more and not support my team, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. I know people complain not about that specific, not you weren't complaining about it, but I know people complain about like the inventory interface and stuff a lot, which is funny because I actually don't have a hard time with that. Have you played it like a Call of Duty anytime in the last 3 or 4 years? Like to me, that is like insane. Like all those menus and how you interact. So I don't know. I think people are just picking on it some.
Well, I'm also used to Destiny. No, it's not perfect. I'm gonna pick on it. No, it's not good.
Sure.
It's not great. The inventory system is not great.
They did announce a few changes to that recently.
But it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's great for new people to this world, and also like, which is all of us. But it's also not great for people wanting to try. If I'm a Bungie fan and I want to try an extraction shooter, because this is the Destiny Studios' new game.
I see.
This is tough.
Yeah,
like,
I see.
I think because of my knowledge of like arc raiders and like knowing how I'm not like a big extraction shooter girly, but like I know what I'm doing in these menus and I know what I'm doing with the items. I'm trying to keep stuff, good stuff. But man, it is, and you know, I think that's where arc raiders might be a little bit more, or for me was easier to jump into and understand. With I did have a couple of friends that play a lot that helped me over the weekend when I played that before, like at the same time I was playing Marathon, because the items we're living in more of a realistic world here. All these items I'm picking up like rope, cat food, stuff I know what it is, but like
you can easily like understand.
With Marathon, you're like, I gotta figure out
a doodad, a doohickey, a thingy,
and then there's like 4 different chips that are all the same color that I know that goes to my legs for my shell runner guy, but I don't know what this orange one is. Like
that's understandable,
and I'm sure those changes are coming. But
yeah, they've talked about stacking too, like because you know your vault's just full of ammo, so they're changing it to like a 800 stack of ammo and stuff.
Yeah.
God, instead of like ammo.
Please.
And same with those little chips. I think they're changing how those stack and stuff.
But yeah, and those things are gonna get fixed. But man, those are things I feel like are not great to get wrong at the beginning when you're trying to onboard people. So I'm wondering if Bungie or if Marathon becomes that game, because it's definitely not like Art Raiders. Let me back up a minute. I think there does need to be a subgenre to an extraction shooter now, based on my scientific discoveries with Arc Raiders versus Marathon. Because I think Marathon is that sweatier game, which is more PvP focused versus PvE. And of course, like one of the things I'm drawn to with Destiny, I keep bringing Destiny up because it's a Bungie game. I don't know if all the Destiny players, you know, I play that for, I mean, there's PvP elements in Destiny, but
it's mostly
a lot of times
optional.
it's me grouping up and playing against the computer, right?
This is a good point.
And I missed that already, but it's not that I'm not having fun with it. I'm like, man, I do miss those encounters. But from what I'm hearing, and every time I do make progress in Marathon with Audrey when we're playing, you're starting to see some of those things in like the more difficult areas that you unlock. Like, I feel like there's more to do in, I don't know, like Dire Marsh, and what's the next one? I haven't got to that one yet.
Outpost. It's almost like a mini Destiny raid because there's like keys and certain orders and like different things. And
golly,
Yeah.
it's been real hard for me to get to that point. It's like punishing me, and it's not punishing me, but it's hard. And when me and Audrey play together, I'd like to hear your thoughts. You've been playing solo. Is like we get one person that has a different quest line than we do. It sucks unless because like it depends on the person you're with. If like usually we just sort of have to go with wherever this player's going and do their quest first. It's usually you gotta pick one and you're done. Like you can't do two different quests while you're in there. So that sort of sucks. I don't know, like how's your time been playing as a solo player? Are you playing like mainly solo, or are you teaming up with anybody?
I've been doing a lot of solo. I did play with Late from Lunch in here in the chat, who says the pace of PvP versus PvE encounters in Marathon seems different to other extraction shooters because other players don't load into the game late. So it plays out like a PvP game in the first half and then a PvE game in the second half if you survive. That's very true. If you can survive, it gets kind of cleared out from people either dying or leaving, and then you kind of, it just is like you versus the robots. So as a solo that I've been doing a lot, I've been doing try to do kind of like pacifist runs. So I'll do it as Rook. If you're unfamiliar with the Rook, you can go in solo and you join actually mid game, where you join team lobbies mid game where there's already been firefights, and so you kind of just try to find stuff that people left behind and just get out. And it's really fun. There's like an unspoken Rook code. So if I see another Rook, like we just wave at each other and like go about our business.
For real? That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
So a lot of people break that, but sometimes it's funny when it happens. Other thing you're talking about with the group thing, having different missions. Sometimes like, as it's getting further in and people are getting different parts of the game, that can be a little weird because like I just mentioned, it is fun to be mission driven with this. So I did start doing some of the Arachne faction when I'm like in a group, because those are like, kill 10 people or something where like you don't have to go anywhere in the map. So I don't know if that's a full solution, but some missions don't require you to like be so spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
But
man, because usually like all the missions I was getting like would take, we'd be sort of close like when we first get in there, but then like the last step is just always like so far away, and I'm like, dang. And like
sometimes you can't do it, or it's too far, or you just got to extract.
And a lot of these are like, gotta do it in your one run and be done.
Yeah, those are hard. One of the ones we did with Late from Lunch, it was like we spent a lot of time trying to do it in one run, and then just couldn't at the very end. We just couldn't do the last thing.
But to your point, back in reeling it in though, like I do appreciate, because I do like to just hop into these experiences and it not be like such a time sucker. I don't know the way to put it at this point.
Yeah.
But a commitment, not a sucker.
This is what I've been liking about this actually over Destiny. I used to play, me and Jericho go way back, Destiny 1 and Late from Lunch, Vault of Glass, Destiny 1, back in the day, Xbox 360. I played Destiny 2. But this is what I kind of like about Marathon, which is I've been playing all these other games, but I'll be like, oh, let me just do like one or two little solo runs, spend like 20 minutes or something. And I'll literally just jump in and do like a couple runs and jump out and play Resident Evil, and then maybe jump back in and do like one round. Like I've literally just been chipping away at it.
Yeah, and I think that like that might also just be a benefit to it, like the type of, and it just depends if you just love PvP, like this is a game that is definitely worth your time. Like in the fact that we have, it's still, I keep harping on this, the fact that it's a $40 game and it has this much in it is something to be, some of the stuff I was complaining about seems like it might be too much, but I am thankful that there is so much to do in this game right at the jump. And I think that's a cool way to sort of approach it is, hey, it is going to be overwhelming. If you like PvP, you like Arc Raiders, cool. If you like moment to moment, like if you're like a Crucible person and from Destiny, you're gonna love Marathon. Like that's what it is. And I feel like someone asked another group chat that we're a part of, Josh, about like if your loot was like gone. Someone asked like if your loot was gone every season in Destiny, would you still come back to it? And I love that question because I agreed with it so much. Like I'm like, yes, it actually would be a relief. Because that's one thing about Destiny that like also I don't know, just messes with me sometimes. Like I've worked so hard for these guns and this loot. And then when I jump in like 5 months later, I feel like I'm just, all my stuff is just not even meta anyways.
Exactly.
And it's sort of nice just to hop in fresh. Like,
and I'm a hoarder. So like I end up like, if I do get good stuff, I don't want to use it because then I'll lose it. But actually I don't feel like that at all. In fact, the other night I was like, I got too much. I'm not that I have great stuff. But I was like, I'm getting kind of full on decent things. I'm just going to do some runs. Like, who cares if I lose it? Like, I don't know. It's a different mindset I've had with this.
Is risk reward. Like, go into with that mentality of like, it's okay to lose your stuff, which was something that was a little difficult for me to wrap my head around at first. And then there came some happiness and like, I'm at peace with this now because it's sort of, it is like, okay, if I lost this thing, let me just make some space because I was hoarding a lot in Marathon.
I will say too, because I'm nervous, so I like to play safely. So at first I was doing a lot of the free packs and stuff. It's
same.
Actually, if you just do that, you probably won't have as good a time because it's way easier to survive with a bigger backpack, better shields, some mods on your gun. Like, you won't die as much. So get off the free packs and just go for it.
Well, if you don't have anything else to add, I have one last question, or we can move on to Pokopia.
Yeah, let's do the one last question.
But I was curious, like, do you think, obviously this game is not for, I don't think it's for the general, it's like half of our Destiny players. One, I'm just glad Bungie got to work on something new, but like, who do you think are they looking to go after like this subgenre? I'm just sort of making this up, of extraction shooter with this? Or do you think they expected, I don't know, like, were they hoping, I wonder how much of like percentage of Destiny players they were wanting to come to this?
From my point of view, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that a lot of their fans are just like, it's true. A lot of their fans are like Destiny players, which is funny because in my mind, I think of Bungie so differently just because I grew up with them. So I just see them as Bungie, like Marathon creators and Halo creators and Destiny creators. But you're right,
that was like
today
over 20 years ago.
I don't even think about it.
Maybe
So
15
this is a
years
great
ago.
chat actually, because I didn't even think about the fact that that's probably why I have a disconnect with all the backlash, because I forgot about the fact that the current fan base of Bungie is probably mostly Destiny players.
I don't really associate it with Halo anymore.
Yeah, I know, you're right. And so, but you're right that a lot of them prefer a PvE experience. So that did change. Just talking to you changed my mindset or perspective a little bit on it, because I don't know what their design goal was with it. But it seemed like to me it's more of a passion project I don't think it's not like all Bungie is making this, right? So
no, there's definitely some push to make this type of game.
It feels like a passion project with a subsect of Bungie. So to me, I'm not sure if they were like, oh, let's try to capture this segment of Destiny players. I don't think so, because I think they would have catered it even more PvE if they were really trying to capture that. So I think they just tried to make a fun game that they were interested in making. And see what happens.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, I have no idea what's to come of Marathon, but I'm really I'd be curious to see what happens.
On like we won't get into it because we can move on, but just based on the history of the previous 3 games, because there's all these alien species, there's rogue AIs and all this stuff. So I think it's gonna get pretty crazy. Actually, there's so much potential to like kind of go crazy with the story. Late from Lunch says, if Bungie came out and said, okay, this is a passion project from the Destiny Crucible team and the rest of the team is working on a PvE game, would that sit better? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know where all the flack is coming from, but with Destiny fans, it probably would.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm like, it's almost like, if I know Destiny 3 is in the works, so I'm not mad about this existing. Like, if I had to pick between Marathon and a Destiny 3, though, like if I had to pick like it's one or the other, which I'm so glad it's not that, but I would have to pick like what's next with Destiny, because like I'm not ready for that to be over. Do
you think they'll pull? Do you think Bungie will pull a Blizzard and change Destiny 2 to Destiny?
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen next.
Nice.
Yeah, it's time. It's
That's
just
the new
weird. It would be
trend.
so weird to call it Destiny 3. And then I just want all my stuff to never go away that I've bought, you know, it'd be nice. We'll see. Probably not. Probably go bye-bye. But, that's why I buy raid jackets, because they last forever.
That's true. Yeah, Marathon's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
good.
hard. If you just be up for a challenge,
It's a little
but
challenging.
when you have those wins, it feels really, really good. And don't try to save your stuff.
I really like going in and just melee with like the knife. And so I've been working on trying to unlock, because you can, if you do the Arachne quest, you can unlock like 20% melee damage boost. And so you can like, on the robots, you can one shot them with the knife. And so it's fun. There's a lot of different play styles you can do. And now for a total tone shift.
Well, it's interesting because like my brain has just been like a ping pong machine. No, not ping pong, pinball machine.
Okay.
Hitting those little flappers.
Yeah.
Because like it's been Resident Evil,
Yep.
Marathon, and now they're two totally different games. And what's interesting is like just considering like, you know, Marathon's like leaning into a new type of genre for themselves, or Bungie is with Marathon, and then like Pokopia is sort of doing a similar thing, but they're leaning into more of what I think people have always been wanting for Pokemon. And I knew I'd wanted something different with Pokemon. I just didn't know what it was, and I had no clue a little Ditto game where I can farm and build houses was going to be my next obsession. Like, truly, one of the most addicting games I've ever played is Pokopia. Do you agree with me, Josh?
I was hesitant to start this game, but because I knew what would happen. And so I started it, and I probably shouldn't have, because I couldn't put it down.
It's dangerous. It is crack. It is a drug.
Oh my gosh. The whole time I was playing, because I know it's like, I need to look more into like the individual people who developed this, because I know it's like, it's in publishing. You have Game Freak Evolve, you have Koei Tecmo, but I don't know who did what. But the design, like the flow of this game and the design and the progression of how you unlock things.
It's witchcraft.
And
it's witchcraft.
Oh
like
my
I've
gosh.
never, like I feel like in the best way being targeted and someone's using me. I know it sounds really bad, but how this game is designed is very interesting. And I would be so curious. Yeah, to your point, like all these different teams involved, like who, this game is massive. There are so many things to do, but it is so structured in a way that you are always rolling into the next thing that you want to unlock. And it just, as soon as you find something you're a little bored with, it is naturally getting you to something that's about to lock you in for another 5 hours if you're not careful.
It kind of reminded me, I can't remember, maybe it was something we were playing, but just the loop here where, just like you're saying, like, okay, I'm done with this now. And oh, let me go over here. Oh, let me go over here. Like sometimes these sandbox games can be a little bit intimidating for me, because it's like too much choice, or like, what am I going to do? Like, you know, I have too much creativity, too much creative freedom. I feel it with Tears of the Kingdom sometimes, where it's just like, what do I do?
Same.
So this starts out so narrow, and you're like, oh, wow, this is cool. This seems so cool. Like this little game I have. Wow, cute. This is cool. And then they're like, oh, wait, now look at this. You could do this. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a whole new game. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, well, did you know you could now look, you could do this. I'm like, what? This is a totally different game again. And it's literally like every 10 minutes, it's like you're playing a different game. And I know that plateaus some, obviously, but I've played other,
Josh,
like
I haven't had that plateau yet. I have not had it. I have unlocked gate 3, my third gate.
And this is where Coal Mines is talking about in the chat here, third area.
Rocky Ridges, that's my third area. And I'm just like, because I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting my first 2 spots looking pretty good. Baby Jane Doe taking form of the well. They're all doing good. My Pokemon, they're good. And I'm like, okay, now that I feel a little more confident in my abilities to build and farm, procure different elements to the towns. I'm a town mayor, Ditto is. Little Puddin'. That's what I've named my Ditto.
Little Puddin' is so funny.
I went and checked out the mines, and gosh darn, Josh, there's a new thing to do. There's 2 new abilities and a world that's just giving me so much lore, and I never want to stop. There's new environments, and I'm combusting because this game's so fucking fun and I have a life.
Serious Shard says is the first good mouse mode. Did you try the mouse on it?
No, but I've been hearing that that is the ideal way to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
God.
Man, everything about this game, look, I'm a Nintendo apologist, you may say. I will sometimes just to be devil's advocate, I'll defend them when even I know like people are right. But something about this game, it's like they took the questionable decisions that Nintendo usually makes, and there's got to be just like one person responsible where they're like, no, let's just make a good game.
Let's just make it great.
Because there's so many quality of life things already in this that you wouldn't even think about. Like it's incredible as far as like, it looks so simple, but there's so much depth to not just the gameplay, but the mechanics, even like just the interface, the different modes, like when you build, and there's, oh my gosh, we could talk about this
nonstop,
forever,
like literally as like we could talk about Pokopia the same way that I'm playing it, just endless, because the game is endless, like truly. Man, this can be hard.
The script cracks me up. Like them all talking is so funny. I know they've talked in some other games like Pokemon Ranger and stuff, but the script in this is so funny because it catches you off guard sometimes. Like when you first meet your first like legendary Kyogre, you know, Kyogre, I can't even pronounce his name properly.
The whale. That was
like,
after
I'm expecting
my
like
time.
all these legendary Pokemon to be like gods, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting him. And he got to talk like whatever, but he's talking like he's like, oh, was that y'all making it rain? He's like a country.
Because he's just another Pokemon. You know, they're not. Maybe that's how we look at them as humans, as gods, and they're just like, it's like Buffalo Bill down the street is just a whale and god
speaking
Pokemon.
Of that, the whole ominous tone of this whole backstory is crazy,
and it's like, going in a place that I've always wanted.
Crazy.
There's 2 ways this could go. I still think there is a possibility that they're all dead or in a simulation. But there is another direction that I've keep unlocking notes about, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. So yeah, I'm sure the lore, the story has to be bleeding into a future concept, and I'm really excited about that.
This is just like, I'm so glad a game like this exists now, because you could see how successful it is. It's selling systems. Mario Kart World couldn't even sell systems, and all of a sudden this little game is. And
the Ditto game.
Yeah, the Ditto game.
The Ditto game.
You just like, I just hope someone in these companies is looking at this being like, okay, hold on. Like, what are people resonating with? How can we, they're working on the new Animal Crossing already now, right? They haven't officially announced it, but
interested of how
that team needs to look at this.
Pulled from that, or what's going to be evolving that going forward.
It's a different game. I know people compare it a lot. It is a very different game, but either way, there are things you could borrow from this. Don't keep making the same game over and over. Well,
here's the deal. Like, there's things I've got in Pokopia that if they're not in the next Animal Crossing, it's lost its mojo in my eyes. Like,
I would say just lower, Nintendo fans, speaking as a Nintendo fan, just lower your expectations. True. What you need to do is just expect the next one to be exactly like the previous one.
Wait, this is the first time it's just happened. It's just a cool Pokemon game.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
Can't even believe it.
Wild times.
This is like a dream game for me. Like, oh man.
Venusaur sounds like my mother and looks happy. I'm so used to seeing Venusaur look mad as hell. And then when I roll up into its little flower home, it says, "Puddin', dear. What kind of adventures did you get on today?" And I was just like,
your mom.
It's like, dearest. It calls me dear. Come on over, dear. And I'm like,
the script
Venusaur's my mom.
Is so funny.
Oh, and they do a lot of them say, yo.
Yeah.
And then
I gotta look into more like
country.
The localization. Like I wonder like in Japanese, like how that comes across, or if it was like the English localization. I gotta look into all this after the fact, because I'm so curious about the development of this. They've been pretty like they haven't really talked a lot about like the behind the scenes. I need to know
I feel like this took them so long.
who made this and where have they been? Someone good has made this game.
Like a mom to everybody, or is that just something that's randomly generated? Like, surely that's happening with all these Pokemon.
I think
like,
it's the same. I think it's the same script.
That's crazy.
The same tone, yeah.
There's so many Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Man, let's revisit Pokopia in the future.
Yeah,
Also, Marathon,
so.
maybe we do a touch base on that soon.
Yeah, later.
See where it's going. But Pokopia, we got to figure. I cannot wait to see how this ends.
Wow. How far? Well, you said the third gate.
Yeah, I'm probably about 50 to 70-ish percent through Rocky Ridges or Rocky whatever mountains. Yeah. God.
Serious Shark says ZA got a 13 million budget so Pokopia could look this good.
God, it looks so good. I'm so happy with how this game looks. God. Whew.
What a game. This is going to be a crazy game of the year season. It's only March. Look at all these contenders.
Resident Evil, like I think it might, depends on how many other games show up this year, but like Resident Evil Requiem is already to me like this could be a game of the year contender.
I think it's for sure a contender.
Yeah. Now the Ditto game.
Yep. That's a
Ditto
contender.
game's gonna be up in there.
It's in there. That Game Awards orchestra doing the horror theme for Resident Evil, then playing the Ditto music.
We're back to Doom, and not that Doom was nominated, but Doom and Animal Crossing.
It is kind of like that a little bit.
It's funny. All right, cool. Now that we've sort of explained, and not that I'll never share how many hours of Pokopia I've completed, it's ruining everyone's lives with our productivity, social lives. It doesn't exist. That's just where I'm at with Pokopia, which is not a bad thing, but it is something I got to keep in check. Yeah, I'm ready to talk about Raccoon City. Josh, are you ready to go on our sexy time adventure to Raccoon City?
Raccoon City. This is what I was waiting for. This is why I wanted to play this game in the first place.
Which is crazy because, like, I really loosely watch trailers and stuff because I did honestly want to go in, like, I wanted to go in so blind.
I only watched the first trailer, the reveal. So,
okay.
But they show it in the first one.
I didn't even pay it. See,
that's kind of how they sell it.
Memory.
That was like the whole premise. It's like, oh, Leon's
they didn't even have to
City.
sell it to me.
They just show the crater. They don't really, I mean, you're like, oh my gosh.
Well, I didn't know we were going to go as deep into it as we did.
Oh.
I didn't expect it, but I did want to like do a quick recap because we are jumping a little bit from our last episode just for time. Yeah, so I think we talked mainly about the hospital last week. Yeah. Trying to avoid the girl, which looks like the creepy witch lady, missing eyes or big bulging eyes, witch lady in the hall, and then
the basement. Yeah, we didn't really talk much about the basement, but yeah, the basement was
chunky
scary.
Guy, and then we get the basement where the little, I keep saying the little girl. You're rescuing a little girl, but also another girl is chasing you through the dark sewer system. Blood and poop. There's a lot of that. I don't know if it's actually blood and poop. I wasn't
as scared of her in this one as I was in the house.
Interesting, because like I feel like there's a lot more moments where you're like, the game's gonna put you in the dark without your like. There's more instances where the light goes out on you.
There was, but I think maybe part of it was just because I was like
getting used to
the first part of the game, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, is this what the game is? I'm like, oh, It was still scary. This whole game was scary start to finish for me, but that wasn't as bad. It wasn't like terrifying.
Well, jumping a little beyond that, because after you get all the batteries to, you know, I guess like to get yourself out of there, it was like powering an elevator. I think.
And it was one of those like move this here. Oh my gosh!
you get what you need to get out of the spot. Grace and Emily. Yeah, they get out. And I guess because the next part, help me remember this, Josh. I said I had notes, but I've already forgotten. They get out,
then you exit the house and you go to a helipad.
That was it. Sorry, I couldn't remember if we get to one other spot before this. And there's like a whole other underground lab that you have to, because like there's a guy that's riding with the helicopter pilot is like, I need something out of there. I guess the keys, I can't remember, but something dumb. And he didn't want to go in there because his leg was messed up. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't trust you. This seems like a trap. But you go down there. Am I jumping the gun?
No, that's it.
I think that's it.
exactly
You go downstairs and there's like this lab, all these test subjects, and you're like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't look great. You learn, I think, here of something about Elpis.
What is this? Yeah, you learn about it because there's like a little code name and there's a little cutscene with Leon, and they're like, they confirm that him and Sherry have the T virus, and they're like, we gotta find out what this Elpis is, and yeah,
because you're like, yeah, what's all connected? And I'm still trying to figure out at this point. Like, I'm still like on the fence of how Grace is connected to this. And I'm still scared about the little Emily girl just ripping me to shreds after we get in this helicopter.
Right. We talked about this last. Yeah, because
trust her.
Yeah,
still unsure.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so yes, we get there. Grace, and then
And
we
then
get
Leon
back
ends
out
up.
of. It starts flooding. Like there's like a failsafe.
Yes, my computer was like about to explode during that.
Yeah,
Did
so
not
like this
handle that
place, yeah, she found, I guess some, Victor was like, okay, we got what we need.
Yeah, he's just self-destruct button.
Self-destruct mode. And then, you know, Grace is down there at the same time, so you have to run out of there before the whole place explodes or something. So you get out of there, you get what you need for the helicopter ride, you get in the helicopter, you're trying to escape. The guy's like, oh God, hold on tight. And all these zombies jump on the helicopter, and they're like, whoa, and they're like, ah, and then they crash. That was a waste of time, man. That really sucked. The zombies got the pilot. I'm glad Grace and the girl are okay, sort of. I think Emily just is passed out.
She's injured. Yeah,
she get injured.
Like,
You're
she
right.
has some
got
kind
stabbed.
of blood. She's like injured.
Yeah. You know,
then
and
you got to
think
carry her into this.
and
like,
this is where Leon shows back up.
Yeah,
Leon's
you
sniper.
Yeah,
Leon. That was fun. I
that
enjoyed
was really
that
fun.
bit. That was
the
a nice
sound
little...
effects of that rifle. I like to use that rifle. It's so good when the little shell hits the ground, depending on what kind of ground you're standing on. Very good audio in this game.
This game will win all the audio awards.
Very good audio.
Very cool. That was fun. You help Grace. You turn back to Leon. Get back on with Leon. But there's like a section with Grace before Leon catches up with her, right? And something with Emily is triggered where she mutates.
Yeah,
I guess she was injured, right? And she's about to die.
She's injured. There, you have one less battle with the girl, and you take her out. You open the roof, and then the sun takes her out, and then it's crazy with Emily. That was crazy.
They're like, she mutated. She looked different than the other creature.
She looked a
so
little
I wonder what
worse
made
off.
the difference. Yeah, okay. I wonder if that's like depended on like the overall health of your own self to what you mutate, because her mutated form was gross. That was bad. I preferred the look of the.
I think so too.
That would. Yeah. Emily got the short end of the stick there.
I think so.
But
She looked like that. What's his name? The Muppet for like the big.
Oh, like Beeper.
No, what's that tall Muppet? What's the tall Muppet? Tall brown Muppet. You know which one?
Tall brown Muppet. Let me.
Sweetums.
I don't know who Sweetums is. Who's that?
Sweetums Muppet.
Oh, geez, yeah. I know that. I forget about Sweetums. I did not know that
Sweetums.
Character was called Sweetums. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
Interesting. Yeah, you're not wrong. Very similar. Colemine says it's sort of explained later as to why they're different.
We know. So,
well, I sort of forgot, but it's okay. We can come back to it.
Both me and Jerica actually have beat this, but we're saving the end for when Kayla's back. So we're talking through this section as what we were thinking at the time.
Yeah, trying to, which is hard. Yeah. I should have wrote down more thoughts in the moment instead of 2 weeks later, Pokopia, Jerica brain.
Yeah.
But I want to get us caught up here because now we're jumping back in. Because there's there's a new character, Zeno, and I'm like having to Google, should I know who Zeno is? Because I don't know who. I still don't know.
Immediately when he popped up, I was like, oh my gosh, is this Wesker again? Because he looks a lot like Wesker.
He does. And I'm like, is this a clone? Why are these even called?
They don't explicitly talk about the game, but I think it is something like that, but whatever. Oh, it's Resident Evil.
Whatever.
This dude died like 4 times.
Entertaining character, yes.
He's like the very I don't know, Japanese action game 2000s kind of character. He's a very Resident Evil character. Very Capcom. Classic.
And then we get to the moment we've all been waiting for, is we get into Raccoon City. And this is where I sort of wanted to open up the discussion of like, man, this is truly what we're all here for. You know, just like you, I felt like I knew there was going to be a return to this to some level, but I just didn't know how much. And it felt so good because, like, not that I've played Resident Evil 2 remake, like, I didn't play it yesterday. You know, it's been a couple of years, but I immediately had to, like, get my nostalgia in check. Like, is this whole area, not that we're getting to the police department, but the whole Raccoon City adventure for Leon, like, was it, do you think it served its purpose, or do you think it was just sort of an ad for nostalgic reasons? Like, do you think it progressed the story? Was it great? Did you like it? All that is open for discussion.
This is a good question, because for me, they were really playing to me on this because, like I mentioned before, my main history with Resident Evil is like I played the first one on PlayStation. I played the second one, but was way more into the second one, Resident Evil 2. And after that, I didn't beat a lot of Resident Evils, and I'm like not really super into like all the lore and like everything. I would play like a little bit of them, but not really get super into it. So Resident Evil 2 was like my main one that I played a lot, and Resident Evil 2 Remake really good. I didn't beat Remake either, but I do like it. So this to me was like, oh, this is Resident Evil 2 2.
Yeah.
You know, this is crazy. This is
because you
perfect.
really don't get to go outside.
No, this is the perfect game for me. This is literally a follow-up to Resident Evil 2.
It's incredible.
And so I was very excited to get, this is the whole reason I wanted to even play this game, is to get back to like Raccoon City. It is a little fan servicey, like you're saying, but I do think, because I actually recommended today to someone, a friend, they were like, oh, I haven't played any Resident Evil before. This is the classic JK Games thing. I haven't played any Resident Evil before. Should I play this? I was like, sure. Yeah, you should play Resident Evil 9 because it doesn't matter.
You're going to have the same effect regardless. Like, it's
there's
cool.
References. There's
I think it'd be really cool to play this without having played 2 at this point. Because what a cool experience to go back in time with Leon.
You could play 2 as a prequel.
Yeah. Who's to say?
It doesn't really matter because the story's bonkers, but actually we'll talk about that next week. The story in this is actually very good, but
it is.
So Raccoon City, I will say, here's a criticism I have. This is one of the first criticism I ran into.
Interesting.
Because this whole time up until now, I've been like, wow, like this game is very, I don't know, everything about it is like very next gen, it feels like the future, like very whatever. Something about Raccoon City East when you're there, it kind of was very like samey looking as far as like I understand why it was blown up, but compared to some other dystopian similar environments, like Last of Us Part 2, those dystopian abandoned city environments look incredible. And this one was just very like pretty bland to me. And I did get pretty lost. I started getting very confused and lost about like, what am I doing? Like, what do I need to get? And I got like turned around so many times, even though it's like kind of big, it's not closed off. But just like you were saying, how in newer games, it's like hard to read some things. Like it was hard for me to know what things like key items were and like what I needed to like which doors I need to open and stuff. It was getting a little confusing for me here.
Well, the area is so much larger than where you've been. To your point, like I did not expect, Audrey and I both thought, oh shit, even though like I knew we'd get a little bit more with Leon, I thought the part with the cutscene with Emily and Grace, like I was like, shit, credits could roll here. And then you open up to a massive semi-open area with Leon. That's not even just the police department, but the whole surrounding city in Raccoon City. So it's massive.
Massive. And I was getting lost for sure. Because I don't know, it was just like I was getting turned around. I knew like, wait, I was like, I knew in my mind like which door I need to find. And it's like I couldn't find where that was. Even on the map, I was like, I'm just so confused. Like, where was this?
It was so realistic looking. It's easy to get turned around. Like
I will say,
I was, go ahead.
I like this little mechanic with the wristband and the points. Like I was
Oh, it's
feeling loaded up
great.
with him.
I
I
was
was
like,
loaded
this
up.
is this. You know, I know it's like a Resident Evil. Like I always remember getting to a point where you can start like upgrading guns for like Leon. So like obviously I'm like, oh, we've reached that moment. But I'm like, in the back of my head, I was like, this is Kojima would like this. I feel like he likes this kind of
I really played a
gamified.
lot with the weapons and figured out like what I want to spin upgrade on. And you know what I end up using a lot is the rifle, the one you can buy, the silenced rifle, but I took the scope off. And
Did too. Like yeah.
It's so good without the
It
scope.
is because
Man,
it's just too
that was
close.
my favorite
I'm like,
weapon.
I'll just yeah.
Because I wanted to use it close, but I'm like, I've started using it. I'm like zooming in on the zombie's face. Like, no. So,
I'm never
man,
like shooting them from too far. There wasn't a lot of opportunities to shoot them from such a distance like
in
that.
the city you could, but after that, I mean, I was running around with that thing, no scope.
I was
just,
a shotgunny
I was using
girl.
it, yeah.
Most of the
So
time.
if you upgrade that, like I upgrade it fully, it can reload so fast and like it's good. It's great.
Yeah, I did both like shotgun,
Very
rifle. I will say like
The gas station is your only gripe, Coal Mine says.
really that was one of my favorite parts of that whole
You get the chainsaw
spectacle. It was so fun, and I'm so glad the chainsaw came back. I was like,
like the
oh,
chainsaw.
will we not see a chainsaw again?
This warehouse that's being shown. I got stuck here because I didn't realize like I had
Under,
to drop
is that when
the
the
thing
water
from the-
area?
No, it's just the first warehouse you go into after the save point.
Oh
Like
shit!
I didn't
yeah,
know
I
you
forgot.
had to drop that crate from the top. I was running around the whole city like, where am I going?
Oh no! For once,
That was like right at
Josh,
the beginning.
I really didn't struggle with this area, which is so
And
bizarre.
Yeah, you get lost sometimes.
I'm lost all the time, but I just had so much fun here. It was like a playground to me.
It was
you know,
fun.
sort of not to this level, but it just sort of reminded me of like Seattle in day one of Last of Us Part 2, where it's
Yeah,
just like
and-
semi-open and you could get into stuff if you wanted to, but like still a contained experience. I really don't think I struggled too much in this area. It just took me a long time because I was looking at everything, looking around every. I think that's why I have an extra 4 hours on my playtime
Mine's pretty long too.
for sure. I'm at
I
14
think,
hours.
What I say? I said 16. Yeah, mine was at 16.
Oh, I thought I saw someone
Well,
say 10. What was that?
This is a weird thing. My in-game time says 10. My Steam time says 16. I don't know why it's mismatched.
Interesting. Well,
I was in the
well,
menus
whatever.
a lot. Maybe it doesn't count menus. I'm
yeah.
inventory management. I was messing with settings. I don't know.
Same. I went back and forth with a few settings myself. But yeah, I love this area. And I was interested to see like when we progressed further, because those first 3 missions are pretty time consuming. Like I feel like I spent 2 evenings playing this game and just being on the first part of the city with, you know, trying to find the 3 detonators.
Yep.
That took up a lot of my time.
It takes a lot of time.
I unfortunately never got to go back to all the tractor trailer. What do you call them?
Oh yeah, I did all those. I think
The cargo.
Yeah.
The containers.
once you get the
Ugh.
key, you can kind of go back to like the very beginning.
I
and
missed
stuff.
the very first one, and I could never
can't
figure
remember
out how
what's
to
in
get
it.
back.
A charm or something. I think.
Oh,
I think it's a
well.
BSA charm that does something.
Oh yeah.
I don't
I was a little
remember.
bit bummed that I couldn't figure out how to get back, and I was like, I spent way too much time here. So I moved on. And yeah, you want to get to
It was cool though, but like I said, it was just a little not disappointing, but it was. I don't know the interior.
What were
like-
you missing? Like just some.
So like I was saying, like that hospital when like you're in the hospital and everything, just the. I don't want to say like just the graphics, but like the design
place-
of everything, just like the
it looked
fidelity.
real
It just
though.
looks so
That is
cool.
real for this
Yeah.
area. What else
It-
would it
it was
have?
okay. It just
some
looks
plants
so,
on the
like-
wall. Everything's
maybe
dried out.
Some vines. Yeah, I know it was bombed. Like the.
Bombed. What else? How's a bombed
I
location
guess it was
supposed
fine.
to
It
look?
just everything looked kind of the same to me.
Josh doesn't like to explore bombed areas because
guess
of the
not.
lack of color.
Yeah, you
I
know,
do
it just
too. I mean, it's not the place I want to explore.
even the interiors, like
They're
I
dusty.
don't know, like
it's dusty.
but like the Last of Us 2 interiors, they look really good. I don't
Yeah, a
know.
little bit more.
Something about the design, the art direction here just I feel like was a little bit lacking. But
You know.
it's not like enough to it's no big deal really, just a preference.
It would be cool to like. One thing I like about one of those areas. I thought you were talking about when you said warehouse. I thought you were talking about the second spot you go where it's like a lot of underwater stuff. or
Oh,
like you
yeah.
got like a sewer situation,
That was crazy too. I
and
got
then you
lost in
get
there
like
too.
thrown into a pit with some zombies at one point, and you have to like make your way up this. I don't know what kind of area that was. It was just a big door that had to like work hard on churning around so I can get out. Oh yeah, don't get Josh
Underwater.
started on
Yeah.
underwater.
It wasn't
areas.
underwater. You
At
are
knee level.
sloshing though. You're sloshing.
There's a
some
lot. It's up
sloshing
to your
involved.
knee or maybe your
Yeah.
waist.
Yeah.
They should have added them in the water,
No,
like-
no. It's
like alligators.
water zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, and grab you from underneath.
Wait,
next time.
there's an alligator in RE2.
Oh yeah.
Big old alligator. You know what? This might be backing up a little, but I did have this question when I was thinking about this game, like around this part and like playing, and because the whole premise when you're Grace, it starts off like your boss is like, "Hey, we got to investigate. We got this another missing person or murder." It's like 4 or 5 people.
Murder.
But when you're like Grace and there's like that assembly line of like thousands of bodies, like where are all those? Are those people not missing? Like, where are all these people coming from?
Good point. Really good point.
Now, I know
don't
Raccoon City, like these are like underground zombies.
Maybe. Yeah. It's a.
I was just like, where? That's so weird. It's probably just don't think about it too much, but
Yeah, that's Audrey while I was playing because she watched me play the whole time because it was like watching a movie. Would have questions like that, and I'm like, they're not considering that. Don't try not to think about it too
I just
hard.
had that question. That just popped in my mind because I was thinking about the zombies
It's a
in this
great
section
question.
because it was bombed. I was like, well, why are there still zombies? I thought they bombed the place.
Yeah,
but I
they
guess
should all
they're
be dead. And they're
whatever.
stuck in the cement coming out. It's weird. Or am I thinking about something else now?
No,
Why
they were in the ground. Yeah, they were in the dirt
Okay,
and just
cool.
like
I was
coming out
like,
of the ground.
because I just watched 28 Years Later, and I was like,
Oh my gosh. You're getting them all
that's why.
confused. No, they were.
Phenomenal movie.
They start coming out of the ground and stuff. They were just buried under there.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I know,
God.
like later you find they kind of retcon all this stuff basically with how the story goes, but
Yeah. Man.
that FBI priority question could probably be answered in the next. Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
There's reasons that it got retconned, but it's just funny. I was wondering that at this point. I was like, how come there's still zombies here?
Yeah, what the hell? What do you think about the police station coming back?
Oh.
The welcome or happy first day, whatever, Leon. Welcome, Leon sign
You ever
was
know,
awesome.
You ever know that roll that beautiful bean footage?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You
What's
know
that from? No.
It's a Bush's baked bean commercial.
Now I want
Yeah.
some beans.
Okay, here you go.
I love just
Anyway,
eating beans out of a can.
Yeah, this is the main event. This is like the fan service moment. You're coming back to the Raccoon Police
Setup
Department
was so good.
that we played, 30 years ago, right? 1999 or whatever. So cool. Like to see it. And when you go in, the lobby chills. And it's so cool that you see some of the puzzles you solved.
I know, and he comments on all of them.
And he's like, wow, this puzzle was hard.
I know it's
my
fan servicey, but it
gosh.
was the bet. Like that shit needs to always be in there. Like I love that they took the extra time.
I love how
to-
comments in the chat just said, I hate baked beans.
I'm just eating them out of a can. They're pretty good. But no,
Chills
like,
though. You coming into that lobby, you see even the welcome Leon sign on the ground, and like you kind of you go through them, you reminisce like, oh, this office or this cubicle, these different characters. They even they have
You've been here.
flashbacks from the remake.
like you can recount moments, and it was just
Yeah.
so cool. Like
You could see like the one of the cops that dies from the liquor,
Yep.
and like his body. Wow, really well done. And this was, the whole game, it's not really fan service, even though Leon is in it, but this is his moment. This is the moment you get.
yeah,
This is
this
what
is
we've been
what you
waiting for.
needed.
And it was a perfect little, it's not too like threatening where like it's overrun or anything where you're like, have to be on guard, like doing stuff all the time. It gives you like that space to kind of explore and like walk down memory lane. And I really
It's sort
like
of
this
nice
part.
because, like, both from playing as Grace and Leon, it's just been, especially just getting done with we didn't even touch on the motorcycle chase. Or is that after this? I can't remember.
It's after this. It's right after
Okay,
this.
damn, I jumped ahead.
No, it's
But
okay.
even right after that you just had to fight so many zombies, and you're tired. So it is sort of nice to have Leon sort of be able to relax for a minute, and you just go on this little walkabout with him around this
So cool,
police
yeah.
station.
And you can see like the different notes from
Yeah.
some of the people he knew and like what they were working on at the time, and even like the precursor to the event that night where the people are like, oh, you know, we're having to take in these people because there's something going on. You know, it's very like Last of Us, where it's like the outbreak day. You know, you see some of the notes from that where they're like logging it. Oh, Coleman's, this is great. Coleman's mentions he heard Tofu bouncing around and didn't see him. Dude, that scared me almost more than anything.
It did.
Because I saw him out the window and it freaked me out. I forgot. Oh my gosh.
I've never, what if I told you? I mean, I did not know what tofu was. I've never seen it in my life.
So
Missed out.
that's even funnier.
Me and Audrey were like, I recorded, I need to post it. We were like, what the fuck
Oh, you
is
recorded
that?
it? Yeah.
Campos, thank you
stopping
so
by
much.
to say hi and
Subscribe
listen
for
to you guys talk about the scary
months.
game I'm too scared to play. Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I just
Yeah,
interrupted
the
everything you
tofu
just quoted.
was, I just totally forgot about it. It's like
I'm trying to shoot that thing over and
that's
over,
so
but it's,
funny. It scared me
looks-
so bad.
I was like, that room that I found that it popped up in when I was in, like, there's like, you walk in, there's a lot of like, there's walls missing and it's like popping out from around the corner. But that room in its own, like being able to, I took a screenshot, but you just walk in there, the lighting, that room is just gorgeous. I sit there and just stared and like watched the tofu guy like peek out from behind the corner every so often. But that room was so pretty.
It's funny. I guess he can appear different places. For me, it was like one of the hallways with the windows. He was outside and he like popped up and it was scary. It scared me.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what is that?
That's so funny. You recorded it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'll have to send that to you.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, the whole police, like, and it does tie to the story because it's like giving some, like, he's trying to figure out what's happened here a little bit, and there are, I think, some things you pick up from I'm surely there's a few notes that like tie to what's been going on here since.
There kind of is because they start tying in the orphanage narrative into this.
Go, yeah.
And this is kind of a little bit. It's okay. I mean, they're changing some things, but and then later you sneak up on Xenon, whatever his name is, Xenon, speaking to. You get some reveals here about the nature of grace or whatever. So this is a cool section. One of my favorite. Just I know it's fan servicey, but really fun section.
It didn't overstay its welcome.
It's pretty small. It's short little. I also got a little bit stuck here. It wasn't too bad though because it's small. Because you get the jack and I'm like, oh, okay, now you can open this gate and then I can just whatever. I didn't realize there was like a second door you can open with the jack. That's how you find where Grace is. And I was just like, where now where to go? Because even on the map, it doesn't show it as like a red door or anything. So I was like, what am I missing? I tried to like leave. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So there was a couple times in this game I got totally lost.
Well,
the girl of the 21st century is in this game. Yeah, Xenon. You ever seen that movie? It's a Disney made-for-TV movie, Xenon.
I was like, you saw my brain break because I was like, I know that. What is it?
It's a Disney movie.
Skate? But that's Brink.
No.
Why am I confusing those? Like, why am I imagining her skating? But she didn't skate. She was just from space.
Did you open the locker with Barry's little mini game?
Yes.
Okay. That kind of freaked me out too because there's a copy of Resident Evil for PlayStation in there. I was like, wait.
Maybe I didn't.
Like, is this whole thing meta?
Meta.
There's a locker. I think there's some other stuff in there.
I didn't see a PlayStation game, but like, is that where you're like following the clues? So like,
there's a couple like little mini games in here or something.
Damn, I missed that then.
Yeah,
Damn.
one there's a locker. And
I found
you
like
open
the
it,
zoo
and
tickets.
There's a PlayStation 1 and there's a Marvel vs. Capcom poster in the.
That's cool.
A lot of Capcom old stuff, and there's a Resident Evil for PlayStation game. So I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it's just an Easter egg, don't think about it too much.
The whole police department might be like 70% Easter egg. And then there's some progression of the story and where you're going next because you leave. But I feel like before you leave, like we're reintroduced to Nemesis. I like to get them. I get them confused. When does he show up?
Mr. X. That was
Mr.
a
X,
surprise.
damn it.
That was
The
a
other
surprise
big
to
guy.
me. Because all these characters, like how much
guys-
do they have to die? All these characters, like
That's the
I
thing.
know it's just like whatever.
I'm like, I know who you are, but you could also be the other guy because I don't think anyone's actually dead. So I'm like, I get them confused.
Yeah, this is Mr. X, the trench coat guy.
Oh, I feel like they all
I
wear
died a
trench
couple
coats.
times here. I died a couple
Oh yeah,
times
he was
here,
tough.
too. Tough.
Like
He
whipping
was
my
tough.
butt. That was a fun fight.
That was fun. He throws a missile at you. This is where it gets it gets fun.
And this, did we get to the spider yet? No. Yes.
Oh, we passed it.
God.
And that's the part I thought you were talking about.
No.
Because they kind of look tick-like, the baby ones.
Yeah, I don't like it. If anyone that's got a fear of spiders is going to suffer through this moment. They gave no warnings.
There was a giant spider that you have to run from, and there's a lot of baby spiders.
And there's flowers
that was a
sucking
cool
you.
Set piece scene, you know.
Yeah. That was good.
Not too hard, but it was fun. And then
That's
the motorcycle, yeah.
Did you enjoy the motorcycle ride?
Time. I did. I love a good motorcycle scene in a game. You know, Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger.
It was cheesy as hell,
it's
but yes,
cheesy.
I also
so dumb.
I feel like he's like, hey, what is his one-liner for when he gets off?
That's the best.
This is
my favorite one-liner
or something.
No, my favorite one-liner is
that was with the train.
When you beat whatever, what's the dude's name? The big dude, the guy you have a crush on.
Yeah, Victor.
When he falls off,
Gideon,
and then Leon slides his bike, and he goes, "Should have worn a helmet."
That was it. That's stupid.
That's so funny. I was dying.
Iconic.
That's so funny. The motorcycle scene is insane. At one point, he drives up the side of the skyscraper.
I'm like, come on, dude.
You can't even see where that's gonna go. Like,
I'm saying this now, but in the moment, I was like, yeah, Leon, get it.
You have the machine gun. He has a machine gun. He's just hanging off the bike. He's shooting these big dogs. And oh man, what a time!
But this whole time, though, I will say, with all this cool shit that you're getting to experience with Leon, it is like setting him up to like, oh my God, is he about to die? Am I about to say goodbye to a beloved character? And I'm sure a lot of people are in the same shoes as we are with this. It's scary. So I'm also just trying to cherish these moments I have with Leon because I don't want to say goodbye. But I am scared.
You could tell, yeah, because it does feel very final in the Raccoon Police Department. And he's talking about this is where it all started. This is where it's all going to end. He's talking very morbid. Like, yeah, he's sounding a little bit introspective. And you are feeling as a player too, like, okay, we're back. This is so cool. You do feel a finality to it. You're right. It's a little bit heavy. Where it's like
he's got something happening. He's getting sick.
You do feel like this is it. Like you're not coming back here. This is the last time you're going to see Raccoon Police Department. Probably not because nothing stays gone in this game. But you know what I mean.
As we've seen with Mr. X
and everybody
Nemesis.
Apparently. But yeah, it was like just a really cool section. This whole section was cool. And you're right about the pacing where like the city's so big and there's a lot going on. And then you get in this like little breather moment in here. And
it was great because I just felt like
the whole series really so cool.
Balls to the wall, upgrading my guns and just going through so many, not even like puzzles for real, but just like world area puzzles.
A lot of back and forth. Yeah.
A lot of back and forth. Metroidvania.
Yeah. It's a Metroidvania for sure.
Very much so.
I was thinking of that.
Yeah, the whole time. Well, Josh, I can't wait to talk about the scariest moment ever.
Yeah, now I'm so curious because I thought it was a spider when I got. I was like, oh, this must be what she was talking about.
I can't believe it. You don't know what I'm talking about.
There's a lot. Like I said, this whole game was pretty scary for me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that don't. Spiders actually don't do it for me. I mean, I'm scared of ticks in real life. Like that's a natural fear. And I will scream bloody murder. But like if I see a tick in a video game, it's not bothering me.
It's not that big. Not that big.
Yeah, I'm not. Video game.
Yeah.
Arachnids are fine.
Okay.
It's a lot of sharp teeth, creepy sounds, children maybe.
Oh, it's ringing a bell now. I see.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we got to talk about that next week then for sure.
Also, I'm Cater Blossom.
I was scared.
Yes, Metroidvania. I'm gonna just say,
any Grace section, I was scared. It doesn't matter which Grace part it was because I played in first person with Grace. Remember, so scary.
It's the only way to play as Grace. Third person Grace folks.
I will say,
get out of here.
Kind of as like the end cap to this. I know this is like a quicker recap, but we're gonna do more like for the ending. This game, to reiterate, playing first person with Grace and having the horror elements and then switching to Leon and having the action elements is just so fun for this game series. I don't know what they'll do in the future, but I love mixing the two types of Resident Evil games because
it keeps both sides so much more interesting.
And the grace parts are very scary to me, but like to do the whole game like that, it would probably lose its scariness.
It would.
Or it would just be like, I don't really want to play this if it was that long and just that intense the entire time. So to have the crisp moments, I wasn't really scared in almost any of the crisp moments, even though it's the same type of enemies. You just feel so powerful and just like it's more fun. You're like, get over here. Where are you?
I think the whole game as Leon would just be a big disappointment for me.
It would be. It wouldn't be that scary. And that's always the challenge. This is so interesting how they decided. I want to hear some interviews about this game as well because the action Resident Evil games, they're scary, but in a different way. And then you have the first person Resident Evil games, which are more of a horror game. So I just love that they're combined. It works so well. It's
perfect. It's the best mix because I like both so much.
Yeah, me too.
I've said this before, but they've ruined me because this is going to be an expectation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what you would do the next time. I think you need to do this again because it works so well, and you're
Grace
pleasing.
Has got to come back.
Two different fan bases.
Well,
I don't know. They rotate characters a lot, though.
Well, and we'll get to it next week. But they've hinted at something else too that I'm really interested in. And don't let me forget because earlier, our last episode, you mentioned something about like. At the end, you can change the camera angle of which game?
In this game, there's like a mod.
No, you can move the camera around and saw someone.
Move, yeah.
Okay. And the mom was reading about,
Seven. The bakers, yeah.
Well, there's something else too in Village that I'd like to point our attention to next week, but don't let me forget.
I won't let you forget. I'll remember.
Don't let me forget.
I won't.
Because I would love to speculate on what will happen next. Okay. Well, that concludes our hour and a half.
You wanted to do it in an hour.
I know.
But I think without the housekeeping in our little
I did a lot of talking. I got to get better at that.
No, I think, but we had to do that. I'm just saying, I think we did pretty good. We were both yappers.
It's not bad. Yeah, we are yap. We yap and yap and yap. We like to talk about video games. We could have went all night with Pokopia.
No, I know. That's why you're right. We're going to have to circle back later when we get a little further.
We got to.
We'll circle back.
Well, cool. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us. Tegan Sarah 1, hello, welcome. I think you've been here, but sorry, you're waving it. Is that Ted Lasso? It looks like a little Ted Lasso.
I think so.
That's cool. I want Ted Lasso, a little emoticon. Is that what they say? Is that what the kids call them these days?
Yeah, they're emotes.
Emoticons.
Wait, where are they? Where are they in Twitch?
Yeah, it's Twitch. I don't know.
They're emotes. They're just called
emotes. Emoticons. Sounds like Optimus Prime's emotes. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope to see you next week as we dive in all the way to the end of Resident Evil 9 Requiem and talk about the ending for each of us, and then
promo the new game again. We'll use the graphic again. So for people who just joined, promo.
Yeah, be hot off the press.
Okay.
With hope everyone here is going to be picking up Life is Strange Reunion, so those are always extra fun because we get to compare our choices, and I can't wait to do that with each and every one of you. All right, y'all, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.